So, are you using AI in your design workflow? I mean, who is it, right? But here's the thing. New research shows a ton of designers are making a few critical mistakes, and these mistakes are absolutely tanking their user experience. Okay, let's dive right in and break down what's going wrong and, more importantly, how you can fix it. First things first, let's just get it out of the way. The big question. The one that's on everybody's mind. You see tools like Midjourney, you see Figma's AI just whipping up entire interfaces in seconds, and you have to wonder, is AI coming for our jobs? Is the UX designer about to become a thing of the past? Well, here's the twist. The research is actually pretty clear. The real threat? It isn't the AI. It's bad positioning. It's how we, as designers, define our own value. So the whole game isn't about if you use AI, it's about how you position your unique human skills as its essential partner. And that brings us to what some folks are calling the 2025 designer crisis. But listen, it's not what you think. It's not about lacking the skills to use these new tools. No, it goes way deeper. This is a full-blown identity crisis. Okay, let's be honest for a second. This might sting a little, but for years, a lot of what we called design work, nudging pixels, adjusting colors, tweaking fonts, it was really just a very sophisticated kind of pattern matching. And guess what? That's exactly what AI is built to do. So it forces us to ask a really tough question. What is our real value? And this quote from Wrightstone just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of the matter. The challenge isn't about learning how to write a better prompt. It's about fundamentally redefining our role, from being pixel pushers to becoming strategic, human-centered problem solvers. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to look at the 5 most critical mistakes designers are making with AI right now, mistakes that are actually hurting your users and your designs. First up, and this is a huge one, taking whatever the AI spits out and just shipping it. Just dropping that raw output right into a product with zero human review. Yeah, it's fast, and yeah, it's easy, but wow, it is a recipe for disaster. So why is this so dangerous? Well, think about it. These AI models are trained on the internet as it is today, and that means they're learning from every broken layout and bad design choice out there. They also have this weird habit of just making stuff up, we call them hallucinations, and they often fall back on super generic, unhelpful copy, like, click here. Not great. All right, let's talk about mistake number 2, which builds on the first one, letting the AI call the shots. This is what happens when we basically hand over the keys and let an algorithm make the final strategic calls on our designs. I want you to think of AI as a brilliant but super inexperienced junior partner. It's absolutely fantastic at all the stuff on the left, generating layouts, spotting patterns, tweaking colors, but it is completely, utterly clueless about the stuff on the right. It has no empathy, it can't think strategically about business goals, and it sure as heck can't build trust with a user. This quote from the pragmatic engineer just sums it up perfectly. Real UX design is so much more than making things look pretty. It's about solving real human problems. And that takes a level of understanding that an algorithm, well, it just doesn't have. This brings us right to mistake number 3, leaning way too heavily on AI for user research. It's so tempting, right? To just throw your interview transcripts at an AI and have it generate personas. But believe me, there are some serious hidden dangers here. So many of these AI research tools claim to give you an unbiased perspective. But let's look at the reality. The research is clear. These systems learn from our biased world, so they inherit all our biases. They can be buggy and unstable, and maybe most importantly, they completely miss the subtle human stuff. The hesitation in someone's voice, the body language. That's the stuff a real researcher lives for. All right, mistake number 4. This one is massive, and frankly, it's creating a whole new crisis online. We're trusting AI to create accessible designs, but the truth is, these tools are often making the web less accessible for everyone. And to really get why, just look at this number. According to a huge 2024 study by WebAIM, a staggering 95.9%, almost all of them, of the internet's top homepages have basic, detectable accessibility failures. This is the broken internet our AIs are learning from. And that's the real gut punch. As this quote puts it, when an AI learns from a fundamentally broken and inaccessible data set, it doesn't just copy those mistakes, it bakes them into its core logic. It actually scales up exclusion. And this isn't some abstract idea. Here's what it actually looks like. On the left, you see what AI typically spits out: tiny fonts, super cramped line heights, useless link text. And on the right, that's what accessibility standards actually require. The gap between them is enormous, and it creates real barriers for real people. And the fifth and final mistake is actually something we all have total control over. It's feeding the AI vague, lazy, low context prompts. You know the old saying, garbage in, garbage out? Well, it has never been more true than with AI. The quality of what you get out is a direct mirror of the quality of what you put in. Okay, so after all that doom and gloom, what actually works? Let's totally pivot here and look at how to build the collaboration that succeeds. The key is a big mindset shift. You have to stop seeing AI as a replacement and start seeing it as a powerful, specialized partner. So, what does a good partnership look like? Well, it boils down to a few core ideas. Use AI for the grunt work, to speed things up at the beginning, but never for the final delivery. Always, always rely on human judgment to refine everything. And it's so important to build feedback loops so users can correct the AI and be transparent about how and why you're using it. All right, let's get really practical. Here is your actionable playbook. These are 5 clear steps you can start taking today to go from just being an AI user to being an indispensable human partner who's actually leading the process. Here it is, your 5-point plan. Number 1, always refine the output. I can't say it enough. Never ship raw AI content. 2, humans make the final call. Let AI handle the speed, you handle the strategy and empathy. 3, supplement, don't replace your user research. Let AI find patterns, then go talk to actual humans. 4, you have to audit for accessibility, manually. It's non-negotiable. And finally, number 5, become a master of prompts. Get specific, give context, tell it what you need. These 5 steps are your key. So we're going to end on this thought. The conversation is no longer about if we're going to use AI. Come on, that ship has sailed. The real question for every single designer out there is this: how are you going to lead with it? How are you going to pair its incredible power with your uniquely human insight to build something truly better?